Welcome to this Power BI introductory course. My name is Fabian Gausling. I'm a freelancing um, database and reporting and BI developer and consultant. And this course is designed to give you a short overview and maybe also the first ideas on how to create a Power BI report, in a pretty easy way. So I have prepared some training data. You can download the training data on my web page. Please find the link attached to this video or to the video description. And we will step through the Power BI application. That means first of all, we will import the data, which is an Excel file and a pretty easy example. We will import this data to Power BI, and then we will see that we can directly create a report on base of this imported data. But also it's possible to, well, um, edit the imported data or enhance the data by new calculations and stuff like that, which is called a transformation. And for that, we will take a look at the Power Query Editor, which is the tool within Power BI to, to update or edit your imported data and to transform the data and to clean the data and stuff like that. So we will take a close look at that as well. For your practical project, it always depends on whether the data is already fine and you can work directly on it, or maybe sometimes, you have to transform your data in order to create to create a report in an easy way on it. So we will take a look at all this stuff. When we have imported and transformed the data, then we will create a small report. And finally, we will publish this report to the Power BI Cloud, which is a web front end. And in this web front end, it's possible to to show the report to your colleagues or other users. That is, if you want to organize the report, and you do it in this Power BI Cloud thing. So what are we using here? First of all, we are using the Power BI desktop version. That's what you see here. It's a it's a desktop application for Windows. You can download it freely on the Microsoft page. You can also find a direct link to the Microsoft page in the video description or on my web page. And you have to download it, and then you can try and practice and use all the functionality of Power BI. This Power BI desktop version is designed as a test version on the one hand, and on the other hand, it's also the development tool. That means if you want to create, especially if you want to create the database, that is the import and the transformation of the data and maybe the data model, then this is the tool which you normally use. And you can also create some report pages in this Power BI desktop, but that specific thing is also possible to do in the Power BI Cloud in the web front end. So you have to download it. If you want to do the examples I will show you in the videos, then you can also download the training data. That is totally free as well. You can download it from my web page. There's a download link for this Excel file I'm using here. And then, of course, you can try it by yourself, doing the steps I do in the videos. Well, Power BI itself was created developed by Microsoft a couple of years ago, and in the last years there was huge amount of companies who were who were working with Power BI or who were trying to use it as their reporting tool. Maybe a short overview on the Power BI desktop. I've started it directly here, and you see an example report. By the way, this example report you can also download if you want to. And you see, well, or we can clarify the base elements within Power BI. What you see here is the first report page, page 1. Similar to Excel, you can add further pages here if you want to. And here you see an empty page right now. So, well, the example is only a one-page report, but it's possible to create more pages if you want to. On the pages, you see, like in my case, several visualizations, they are called. You see them here. That's the way you present the data. Could be a matrix like that, or could be a column diagram at this one, or just that you place the values itself on the page, or whatever you want to do. So you have these visualizations, you place them on the report page, and then you fill it with data. The data we see, it's just this one table here. It's one example database. Just a small example. We can take a closer look at that data later on as well. You can import it, and then you have one table, or sometimes you have not just one table, but a couple of tables, and you can drag the data into your visualizations. That is, if, for example, if I take a look at this diagram here, we have the month here, we have the revenue here, and that's pretty much it. So you just drag the revenue on the one axis and the month from the sales date on the x-axis, and then Power BI is creating this diagram on your page. And that's how you work it out here. You just put the visualizations on the page, you design the page as you want to. You can format a lot of things here, colors or sizes. If you want to have the diagram smaller, you can just, by clicking and moving the mouse, you can just make it larger or smaller as you prefer it. Well, and then finally you create your report page in this way. What we have here is some kind of interactive filtering. That is, you can just click on this buttons here, and you see the values of the diagram and also of these two KPIs here. They are changing when you click on the values here. So that's something you can add to your reports as well. There are also drop-down boxes or stuff like that. So it's yeah. Well, in my opinion, it's not that difficult to use. You need some knowledge on the basic stuff, and the rest is pretty straightforward, and you can figure it out by yourself. Well, you can also put text on your page, and of course, you can also put images here, like a logo for your company or whatever. So that's the report page. Here you design the reports. Then we have the data part. Here's the data. You can just take a look at the data in the table, and we have this data model view. Well, in this case here, we only have one table. So you can just see that table, but for example, you can, if you click on a column here, you can set a format and a data type and stuff like that. For example, the revenue has a currency format, and in this case, it's the dollar format. So you can change it here and configure, well, your tables, and as well you can configure your columns in the table. If the data model is a little bit larger, then you have, well, not just one table, but some more tables, and they are connected to each other with small lines in between. So this is what you do here normally in this area here, and so that's pretty much it. We have this transform button here. If you click on it, we will see that later. Then a new window opens up, and in this window you can do all the transformations and all the data loading stuff. So that's pretty much, well, what it's about in Power BI. So we will do all the steps. We will start with a new report from the scratch. That means an empty Power BI report. We will import or load the Excel file with the training data. We will see that we can directly work on that data if you want to. But we will transform the data as well. We will add a small calculation and stuff like that, some filtering, some renaming of the columns or deleting columns that you maybe don't need for the reporting. And after that, we will design a report page pretty similar to this one. And then in the end, we will just publish the report to the Power BI Cloud and take a look how well that looks like, and how you can use the Power BI Cloud to, well, to publish your report and to show it to other people or colleagues or whatever. Well, here we see the training data right now. This is a file you can download if you want to. It's just a small example. We have one table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. It's just a shop where you can buy beverages. And you see the sales date here. You see in product number and product name what was sold. For example, lemon soda for $1.05 or whatever. And well, here we have some assignment to some product group stuff, like that is a soft drinks and it's part of the lemonades. So that's what you see here. Quantity, of course, is how many of that item you have, or of that product you have sold, and the sales channel describes in what way or where you have sold it. For example, it's possible that it was sold in the store or in the web shop or via an order via fax. So that's the training data. Well, as said before, you can download it. Just follow the link to my webpage in the description of this video or this video course, and then you find a download link there.